What's up everyone, it's Enjooooooy, new video, and in this video I will be talking about Eurovision 2024 Dark Horses. Let's talk! Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, I'm very glad you're here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, consider become a member of this channel to support this, to support all things I'm doing to also make this channel to grow. And also don't forget to like the video, comments in the comments below and share it. And let me talk about Dark Horses of Eurovision 2024. It wasn't an easy task for me to do because I first of all was thinking like, how will I measure the Dark Horses? Like who might be the Dark Horse? So I decided that I will exclude first 5 songs in the odds, which starts with Croatia or nowadays Switzerland and ended with Netherlands, those first 5. And then I said myself like, okay, let's have a free hand. What I realized and how hard task it was also that, and I'm generally talking about it, that the quality of songs in general at Eurovision 2024 fall down. There is nothing like a world hit, there is nothing so big, so huge, in my opinion, which would stand out, which is very pity. And now I, for example, will refer to Tattoo. Some of you might not like the song and whatsoever, but it's a fact, it's a worldwide hit. It's still played in the radio, it has crazy number on streaming platforms, it went worldwide. And I don't believe that there is any hit from Eurovision 2024 which has this appeal, at least so far. Let's see, maybe I'm wrong. I would be super glad that I'm wrong, but I don't really think so. And if I just took out those first 5 in the odds, let's say whatever I think about the quality of those songs and so on, I was thinking like, who might be the Dark Horse? And in my opinion, there are not so many. I actually honestly think that one of those 5 songs, which are now in the top 5 in the odds, will win Eurovision. And I'm not sure there will be a surprise, but if there is a surprise, I picked 5 other songs from 5 other countries which can change the odds, which can surprise, because what I also believe, and I think that lots of you also like connect with this, what I will say, is that the winner of Eurovision 2024 wouldn't be the winner of public vote or winner of jury vote, but it will be somebody in between who will catch the most in here and most in here, but not the winner of each category. This is my thought when I also look into songs, which also say something a lot about the contest. I'm not sure we have a clear winner. We have at least clear winners. We have the maybe one of the most interesting Eurovision in many years because of this fact. Only what's stressing me a little bit out and what I feel that can become a future of Eurovision, that the quality of songs will be downgrading because, and I will create a special vlog about juries, right? But because we don't have juries in the semifinals and most of the countries wants to qualify, so they will be pointing out what people would vote rather than what would overall be a winner song, even though always the winner, it's a quality song. So not every country can really say this year we will have the quality. So logical focus will be to qualify first. Doesn't matter, this is the topic for another video. But what I wanted to say is that even though I said this, I thought it will be much easier to find Dark Horse. Like who from the top 15, top 20 songs could really be the winner. And because first of all I was thinking that I will also exclude top 10, you know, kind of also from the polls and whatsoever, but then I wouldn't be able to do my top 5 dark horses because those Dark Horses are the ones who might maybe win Eurovision in this combination, who I think it would be. And let's talk about the first country, which is Greece. And yes, who follow this channel knows that I did this data analysis video from semifinals where Greece in the position in where in semifinal is and with what countries it is in will maybe have a hard time to get in. The issue was, and now you're saying like, oh Jan, you're crazy, like we're for sure qualifying. Like I believe you're for sure qualifying because I think the song has its very specific quality, and also Marina Sate is amazing performer artist, at least so far what I've heard, and also her music career, her music, it's very appealing at some points, very fresh, very modern at some point, and she's kind of like this personality you would believe that this song is exactly from Marina Sate, which I think this is very important. On the other hand, from the semifinal, if you look what countries are in, they're not tend to vote for such songs and also for Greece in such numbers that it would make them clear qualifier. But based on data simply, data can lie. So don't take me so seriously in this now, because I believe Greece actually will go on, and it will be a shame if Greece won't go on, because it's one of the best songs this year. Even though it's maybe not super my cup of tea, I'm not, living in the bubble. I can simply say this is one of the maybe most modern, most current songs at Eurovision nowadays, even though it's not my cup of tea, this kind of music. But this is not that important. What I think, why Greece can be a big contender for winning from those positions which are not saying like Greece is clearly winner or this is the contender. But why I think Greece is a contender is the reason that exactly what I said. It's a current music. It's something else. It's definitely something else than the rest. It's not Eurovision pleaser in my opinion. It's authentic for Marina Satti, which is important. So she will feel like a fish in the water, what we say Czech. I don't know what is the English equivalent actually of this. And also what I believe that it has some touches which definitely will attract audience to vote for it, public. But what I've heard, how good performer she is, I think this can only catch juries. And in the combination, I think Greece might surprise. It might. Of course, I'm not saying it's not, but if I say about some country it's a dark horse, I would definitely put Greece on the list. Next country is Norway. This is honestly my personal favorite. This is the country which I wish would win it. In my opinion, it also brings those attributes which are, in my opinion, very important for Eurovision itself. It brings originality. I can say Gote is doing such music in general, and if you will go to their concert, you can expect Ulveham and other songs in the similar rank, in the similar vibe, and it makes them complete. It's not like we created this for Eurovision. For me, this is very important because Eurovision also should be a platform for artists to shine to the world, and for this, you need to be authentic. Nowadays, it's not just about you're doing amazing, great music to become a global or at least a little bit global or European vibe. For this, you need something special, and this one is authenticity, this one is amazing performance, and the other thing is also like great singing, like all those combinations. It must be perfect from every single corner, which already Norway shown in their national selection. Even though I think the whole staging can be a little bit reinvented or upgraded, updated a little bit, we can see also in pre-parties that this song simply works. It brings metalish, rockish vibes, but also domestic folklore, and creates the specific sounds which is completely different than anything else. So it stands out from this point. Also, I think it's not that super niche that people won't vote for it. I believe that as the same as in Norway, people will vote for it, and I believe also for the qualities I said, juries will vote for it. I think this could create a mix, and definitely now they are like on 14th place in the odds for winning the whole thing. I am quite sure that they will end up at minimum in top 10, exactly because of this. For me, it's the dark horse to win Eurovision because it's also one of the least songs, excluding those top 5, which can grab points from all the corners. Let's see. I'm curious what you think, write me in the comments below. The other country I put on the list is France, and it's like, I'm not a big fan of the song in general. It's not my favorite song to listen in ears. In my opinion, this is another French cliche song which don't really reflect the power of the music industry France currently have, but it's something what they tend to send to Eurovision last 4 years, excluding the one with the national selection where there was this Celtic song. It would also work good if the performance was actually good. I think it wasn't a problem of the song itself, it was a problem of the performance. It wasn't really good. But the thing why I put this on the dark horse list is the fact that I saw Slimane performing, and performance is brilliant. When he steps out of the microphone, and some of you don't like it, but for many people it will be shocked. This is the performing. This is something new. This is the moment where we will gather all the points. It will burn in your head. This is the moment you will remember. This is exactly the special step out of the box thing, which you say like, oh my god, like Slimane, this is brilliant, and it would be very hard to match. In my opinion, this will for sure catch juries because he will just show I'm a performer. I'm a different level, and this is even maybe you say like, oh, what is special about it? It's special. It is special. No one ever does it, or I don't remember it. And this will catch all their audience by the song. It will catch every jury by the performance itself, not just singing, but the whole sureness of the performance. But I think this is important, that Slimane is sure of what he's doing, and he can sell it. He sells it like it's nothing, seamless, which is so important, and it shows the quality of the artist. Also, what is another thing, I listen to Slimane's all the albums, or most of it, a lot of songs, to understand who he is, what his music. And actually, Mon Amour, it's authentic for him. This is the song he is doing. So even though he's more sure about what he's doing, because he's not doing something Eurovision from completely different genre than he would be used to do. He do exactly this. And all those attributes combined, I think, will bring him public votes and a lot of jury points also, and he can really surprise winning, jumping over the other artists, which maybe have some more niche things or are more for public votes and less for jury votes. I think Slimane can really grab both of them. Another country I put on the list is Sweden. And you say like, oh, Sweden, another pop from Sweden, blah, blah, blah. But they will have brilliant staging. It's a universal song for anybody. Those guys are lovable. And their performance, and we could see it, and it won't differ much. It's just diamond, you know? It's made diamond perfectly. It's maybe too perfect, so that's why maybe it doesn't need to win, but it will grab jury votes for sure. I'm sure of it. Maybe not 12s, but a lot of 8s, a lot of 7s for sure. I cannot believe that it will be missing in any jury vote, even for 2 points, 1 point whatsoever, but in the whole scale, it will be enough to get higher position by juries and by public. Like, I can imagine all the teenage girls, all the people who like pop music will be delivered exactly what they like, and they will be vote for it. It's a very approachable. The song is ultra approachable, and the staging will burn into your eyes. It's the combination of the perfect full package at some point. Okay, I might be wrong, but if I can choose from all the list, the dark horses, Sweden is on the list for exactly those reasons. And the last country I put on the list, and maybe you won't agree with it, but for me it's Israel. It's the highest ranked ballad, and we have few ballads this year, but this is the highest ranked ballad. Also, I could say politically it could also help a little bit, but I'm telling you that it will look brilliantly. Eden Golan can sing brilliantly. She has charisma, and all those combinations might lead them to get to winning point. And maybe not, but I'm expecting they will anyway end up very, very high, and it might surprise in this combination of receiving public votes and jury votes. I believe, for example, that a lot of Eastern Europe will for sure vote for Israel, because I think in here in general we take those things a little bit differently than, for example, what we can see in the West. Also, you can see that from other polls from other country, for example, OGAE or something like this, Israel also receiving some points. So it's not, it's not done. And in my opinion, if some ballot would get that high, it would be Israel. We can also speculate as a dark horse as Serbia or maybe Slovenia. I would be glad that one of those countries can be contending there. And I'm very curious, it's on the stagings, but let's say that one of those 3 songs can really end up very high. And it will, maybe all of them, because all of them will be definitely fighting for jury votes. This is, in my opinion, for sure, because all of those 3 artists are amazing. They're brilliant in the way. Even I think Theodora can still improve the stage presence and so on, but I think this is the more about the approach for the song itself. But there is a potential. About Raven from Slovenia, this is also a big she is done performer. She's a complete performer by heart. The song is appealing and so on. And Israel has this special flavor in it because it's the most tense song universally, in my opinion. It's, maybe you say cliche, generic a little bit. It might be, but those things work. They're generic for a reason, right? So I think one of those songs can really do great. But I'm standing behind the list. Why there is no, for example, Lithuania? I was thinking about Lithuania, honestly. But then I have a feeling it's not the track which can be a dark horse. I like it more and more. It's a great earworm. But in my opinion, it miss the essence of having something more. Which all those songs I mentioned have, in my personal opinion. But I'm very curious about your personal opinion, so write me in the comments below, who is your dark horse, who would you put there and why? Because I think answering why, it's very important, because I was also questioning whys, and then I scratch off a lot of songs, you know, because I want it to be as complete, as objective as possible, even though I think at this stage when I listen to those songs and so on, I cannot be really that super objective. Even I try to give you this as much realistic view, but it's still my view. And I understand that you respect this also. Also, I will respect your opinion. So write them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want to have content like this in advance, if you want to have exclusive content, become a member. That would be amazing. It would also help this channel to grow. Also, you can consider buying me a coffee or give me a super like, and I will be glad for any single way of supporting. So also likes are counting in, and sharing the video also. And that's it. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.